Great North Woods to the Rock Mountain Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, the state of Maine cracks down on the use of TikTok on state-owned devices. Plus, a call for legislation that would allow Mainers to bring their vehicles to the repair shops of their choice. And Bangor launches a new school alert system that can call for help with a push of the button. We'll have those stories and more coming up. Good morning, everyone. I'm Craig Colson. We'll hear from Emma Smith a little bit later on. First this morning, a winter storm has arrived on our doorsteps, a storm that's expected to bring significant snowfall to much of the state today. This is what it looks like right now on the banks of Moosehead Lake at this hour. The snow has been coming down fairly steady at the Lakeside Inn and Tavern. It appears the Bangor region will pick up as much as a half a foot of snow. Some areas down in southern Maine will receive more. Southern areas of the state can receive maybe almost a foot of snow today. We'll be watching it closely as the day rolls along. But for more on what we can expect today, let's turn things over to Devin Biggs.
All righty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast sponsored by the Mordrew team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater area. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. We have winter storm warnings in effect until later this afternoon at about 5 o'clock or so. Same with the winter weather advisories further off towards the north. Accumulating snow expected that could reach up to 4 to 8 inches in a few spots, with the higher totals further off towards the south, where the warnings are at, and just a little bit less further off towards the north. Pull those off real quick. We also have a small craft advisory that'll linger until 7 a.m., kind of stating the obvious. Sarah's will be dealing with some wind as a result, not going to help us stir up the ocean yet again as the system continues to move through. Here's the general idea this morning. The first round of snow is already moving through, but more development right behind it, though. And with all this additional development, that's why we're thinking a lot more snowfall, with that range of 4 to 8 inches altogether, but 3 to 5 inches of that will fall today. Let's zoom things out right now. This is the general idea right now. What we're seeing, a little bit more action on toward the west, so it might take a bit to get this through before things start to calm down later on. Here's Futurecast for today. The snow will continue through the afternoon period, starting to calm down later tonight, and even starting to clear out as we head towards early Saturday morning. Still a few clouds can be ruled out in a few spots. Here's our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Notice it'll be breezy at times with winds up to 13, even 14 miles per hour, with the snow falling in temperatures in the upper 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. We'll look forward to that. And by the way, most schools around the area, including the Bangor school system, have closed for the day. So it looks like a good day to just stay home and watch the snow from inside. The Maine Emergency Management Agency is tracking the storm, and the agency has some important reminders for you. They say if the power goes out, Mainers are reminded to make sure alternate heating and power sources are in good working condition and have been installed properly. MEMA Public Information Officer Vanessa Corson says anyone that will be driving should also allow extra time, and travelers should let someone know where they're going before they hit the road.
Storm, we're not so concerned about power outages or down tree limbs. In this case, we're more concerned about the commute. So first, you need to determine, is it worth leaving the house? You need to heed the warning of your local authorities. If you have a planned obligation, call ahead and see if it's even happening. If it is, then determine your risk. Is it worth going?
Well, MEMA put out a list of things that everyone should also have in their vehicle's emergency kits. The list includes a flashlight with new batteries, a first aid kit, ice scraper, and a shovel, a bag of kitty litter to help with traction if you do get stuck, and a set of jumper cables is also a good idea. The emergency kit should also include some water, some warm clothing or a blanket, a cell phone charger, toolkit, and reflective triangles or a flare to help signal if you need some help. You can visit MEMA's website to find a list of municipal warming centers also, and other important storm safety information we can use all winter long. Well, an update now on the potential whereabouts of Graham Lacker, who's been missing since he walked out of the Dorothea Dix Psychiatric Center back in June. A post on the Facebook page, Missing Graham Lacker, states that there have been 2 possible sightings of the missing man this month. According to the post, a woman who knew Graham from a few years ago reported that she thought she saw him crossing the Gardner-Randolph Bridge in early January. Another man reported seeing him crossing the bridge into Gardner around the same time. Family members and searchers have been looking around the area, including the old narrow-gauge walking trail in Randolph. For more information or to report any potential sightings, you can go to the Facebook page titled Missing Graham Lacker. The state of Maine has banned the use of TikTok on executive branch state-owned devices. Maine joins an ever-growing list of states that have banned the app, owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, from government devices. The federal government has also banned the use of TikTok on all federal government devices. Maine Information Technology says the service could pose a serious threat to the state's network infrastructure. Members of Maine's executive branch have been ordered to remove it from all state-owned devices that connect to the state network. That also applies to personally owned devices that also connect to that state network. A group of Maine repair shop owners delivered signatures to the Secretary of State's office yesterday to get the right to repair referendum on the ballot in 2023. Our Devin Dagnall has that story.
This right to repair bill is not just for the independent repair shops, it's also for the do-it-yourselfers out there.
A group of Maine independent repair shop owners, employees, and general supporters submitted over 70,000 signatures for Maine's right to repair bill.
In order to update the law for new technology, we passed a referendum in Massachusetts 2 years ago and are looking to do that in Maine to ensure that consumers have the ability to take their car where they choose for their repairs.
Tommy Hickey, the director of the Right to Repair Coalition, says that automotive companies have put measures in place for the computers in new vehicles that make it so only dealerships and the car manufacturers can access diagnostics that will allow them to make repairs. The Right to Repair bill is being introduced as a way to level the playing field and make it so independent repair shops can also access that information.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating for technicians all across the state. And if you talk to anyone who's running a shop or any technician who's trying to fix vehicles today, as they get to these newer and newer vehicles, it becomes harder and harder to get the information they need in order to help customers.
According to Tim Winkler, the president and CEO of VIP Tires and Service, the movement has received overwhelming support from the public, and he expects the same support if the bill makes it to the ballot in November.
We're going to work through the legislative process. As you know, we have about 7 months to educate those folks. We hope they pass it, and if not, we're ready to take this to the ballot in 2023.
In Augusta, Devin Dagnall for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, meanwhile, the federal government has announced it will move forward with reviewing plans for the nation's first floating offshore wind research array located in the Gulf of Maine. It features patented technology developed by the University of Maine. The floating offshore wind research array is proposed to include 10 to 12 turbines on semi-submersible floating concrete platforms. A statement says the array will foster cutting-edge research on how floating offshore wind interacts with the marine environment, fishing industry, shipping, and navigation. Natural Resources Council of Maine Climate Clean Energy Director Jack Shapiro says, quote, using technology built right here in Maine and guided by the best available research and data, we can generate clean, reliable electricity, create thousands of good-paying jobs for Maine people, and protect the Gulf of Maine's unique ecosystem and the people and wildlife that depend on it. Well, the time now is 6:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, the Bangor school system installs a new alert system for the safety of teachers and students. We'll tell you all about it. But first, another check of our forecast. We can expect lots of snow today. The highs will be near 35 degrees. The snow will continue tonight. It will also be breezy, with lows dropping down to 23. Tomorrow, much calmer, perhaps a day to dig out from all the snow. It will be breezy and sunny, with highs near 29 degrees.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, you'll find all the products and services you need at Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Beautiful mother of two was brutally murdered.
She had seen her mother killed.
Yes.
Now, tonight.
What evidence can you point to that shows that you're innocent?
2020, tonight on ABC. Mad Cat & Company in the North Brewer Shopping Plaza invites you to host your next event with us. We are much more than just a bar. Our event room is designed to host any type of event, formal or casual. Family gatherings, birthday parties, corporate parties, club meetings, fundraisers, or weddings and receptions. We've got you covered. Our open floor plan can adequately seat 100 or more people, and we can assist you with food, drinks, and entertainment as well. Call or visit our website today.
This week on Wheel, everyone is excited to win an incredible world vacation.
Where am I going? Where am I going?
You sound like a kid in the backseat of the car.
Plus,
I would love to have your job.
Do you know something I don't, Eric?
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Bangor schools are introducing a new emergency alert system in an effort to keep students and teachers safe. David Ledford has the story.
As the latest step in ongoing safety efforts, the Bangor School Department announced the launch of a new emergency alert system. The department partnered with Centegix, an incident response group, to provide all staff at each of the schools in the department with wearable badges that can alert police faster than a 911 call. When a staff member activates their badge, strobe lights throughout the schools change color, and an intercom message is played to alert everyone in the building. Bangor students have shared how they feel about the recent change.
Obviously, it's not something we ever want to have to use, but knowing that it's there if it were ever necessary is really important. Speaking for me and all of my classmates, we're just really grateful to have this new security system to keep us safe at school.
The Bangor School Department is the first in the state to implement this system. According to Ray Finney, the Director of Community Relations and Safety for the Bangor School Department, this new system is essential for preventing school incidents.
Each time that there's a school shooting, communities always go into the grieving process. And anything that we can do to help minimize the effects of those types of violence in our schools are things that we see beneficial.
Finney says the badges are connected to sensors throughout the buildings, which allow police to respond within 1.5 to 3 minutes, all with the press of a button. According to Superintendent James Tager, the department spent around $409,000 for a 5-year contract with Centegix. But the improved safety that comes with that cost is priceless.
The cost to me, obviously we have school budgets, but I think the cost to me for peace of mind was worth every cent that we're paying.
In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A chilly tradition is coming back to Camp Capella. The camp will once again host its annual Polar Dip next month on February 25th at Phillips Lake in Dedham. The event is the biggest fundraiser of the year for the nonprofit summer camp, which serves those with disabilities from all around the state of Maine. Executive Director Melanie Dresser says all proceeds go directly to a scholarship for campers who can't afford to pay, and expressed her gratitude for campers and donors.
Is the best job I've ever had. I have never in my life had a job that gave as much back to me as these campers give to me every single time I go to work. They make it so much more fun over the course of the year, raising the money to make sure that they can come next year.
This year, the day will be filled with prizes, food, and even a hot tub for those brave enough to jump into the icy waters. People are also encouraged to participate virtually by recording a video of themselves doing anything from dumping ice water over their heads to rolling around in the snow. For registration information, you can visit campcapella.org. And the time now is 6:13. Coming up after the break, a new restaurant is coming to Ellsworth that will certainly fire up the community. Plus your national news and a special interview on this year's pond hockey games as Good Morning Maine continues.
Sometimes big truck accidents can result in big case settlements. These are just some of the big case results I fought to get my clients. If you've been hurt by a big truck, call the twos. We win for you.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dark or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyautosales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Taylor Events and Equipment Rental in Bangor for all your wedding and events, tents, tables, chairs, and more. Also, see us for your home project equipment rentals. Taylor Events and Equipment Rental, 1179 Hammond Street in Bangor.
If you live or shop in the Ellsworth area, a new place to dine is set to open. Crazy Sumo, a hibachi-style restaurant, has taken over where Denny's used to be. They're planning to have an invite-only soft opening tonight, and they have been training staff and doing finishing touches all week. Steaks will be the main focus of the menu, but will feature seafood, vegetarian, and sushi items as well. The owners tell us they're planning for their grand opening to take place sometime next week. Congratulations to them. Boy, they have some fantastic dining options in the Ellsworth area now, and now they have one more to join the list there. All right, the time now is 6:16. Time to get a full look at our forecast. Looks like lots of snow ahead today.
And thank you very much. Your full weather forecast sponsored by the More True team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater area. Alrighty, here we go. Winter storm warnings are up into pink, lasting until about 5 o'clock or so. We'll pull this map further off towards the west, and that's going to be the general idea, too. Some areas up until about 7 o'clock or so, but most of us will be up until about 5 o'clock tonight with most of our winter storm warnings and the winter weather advisories as well, with accumulating snow being a big issue here. While further down toward the south, you see there's another advisory up. That right there is a small craft advisory until about 7 a.m. as we head towards your Saturday. So plenty of things we're watching with the snow and, of course, the wind. And we're watching snow moving through right now. It looks like a dry slot trying to sneak in from earlier this morning. We're not done with it. Look at all the snow further off towards the south and west with all the radar in motion now. So we've had snow already falling and accumulating this morning, but it looks like another wave is starting to build in now from the southwest going to the north and east. That'll give us more snowfall as the day progresses on, which is why we're thinking about 4 to 8 inches before we're all finished up. Let's throw everything together here, and you can see the development a little bit more clearly as all this is tracking from the west going toward the east and a little bit off towards the north as well with some of that snow. A little bit more development just off toward the west with another boundary here, and that could lead to more snow moving in. Again, that's the general idea on why we're thinking 4 to 8 inches now with the snowfall. So traffic may be a little bit messy from time to time as things do continue to move through. Here's Futurecast for today. The snow will continue pretty much all day long till the afternoon or evening time frame. By 7 o'clock, things are starting to taper off, and the clouds start to break up as well as we head towards Saturday morning. Maybe a few passing clouds still. But overall, keep the sunglasses handy. You'll need them with a lot of sunshine and just a few passing clouds, maybe some clouds and perhaps a little bit of fog in a few spots as we head towards Saturday night and even into parts of Sunday morning. So otherwise, here's a general idea with the snow. This is additional snowfall on top of what's already fallen, an additional 3 to 4 inches before we're all finished up for the rest of the day with the snowfall. Wave heights are up as well at around 5 to 7 feet according to some of the buoys. Hence why we do have a small craft advisory in effect at this time. Your forecast for today, upper 20s snow likely. An additional 3 to 5 inches cannot be ruled out overall. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, later on tonight, 13 degrees, snow showers early, then becoming partly cloudy late. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, for tomorrow, upper 20s, mostly sunny. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour in a few areas. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by the More True team. Alrighty, so we'll be mostly sunny on Saturday. Again, highs in the upper 20s with more clouds moving in by Sunday. Highs in the lower 30s. Notice it cools off Saturday night as well. Mid-30s by Monday with rain and snow showers on the way. And partly cloudy Tuesday. Highs in the mid-30s.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals, and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back. This morning, President Joe Biden addressing the classified documents found at his private home and office for the first time since a special counsel was appointed to look into the case. It comes as House Republicans are ramping up their own investigations into those Biden documents, and the White House is blasting their inquiries as politically motivated. ABC's Jay O'Brien has the latest.
We found a handful of documents were filed in the wrong place.
For the first time since a special counsel was appointed to look into the classified documents found at his home and office, President Biden addressing the investigation while surveying storm damage in California.
We have a serious problem here we're talking about what's going on, and the American people don't quite understand why you don't ask me questions about that. I think you're going to find there's nothing there. I have no regrets. I'm following what the lawyers have told me they want me to do. It's exactly what we're doing. There's no there there. Thank you.
The president's comments in line with what his White House is saying, promising to cooperate with newly appointed special counsel Robert Hur's investigation. But the administration also blasting Republican-led inquiries into the documents in Congress as politically motivated.
Are you satisfied with the way your team is handling the documents?
House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer now zeroing in on the Penn Biden Center, the office in Washington where the first pages of classified documents were discovered. The committee probing their donors and requesting the center's visitors' logs. Republicans also vowing to look into the administration's transparency and why the initial discovery of classified documents in November was first made public in January after the midterm elections.
This is why there's such hypocrisy behind the Bidens. Once again, something big that comes forward prior to an election where they kind of keep it quiet, where the American public could actually have a say.
Now the White House is hitting back, saying Republicans showed little interest in investigating the reams of classified documents seized by the FBI at former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago. That case has its own special counsel, which is proceeding with its investigation.
And that was Jay O'Brien reporting. Meanwhile, actor and producer Alec Baldwin is now facing involuntary manslaughter charges over the death of a cinematographer on a movie set back in October of 2021. Baldwin was pointing a prop pistol at Helena Hutchins during a rehearsal when that gun went off. Fox's Matt Finn is in Los Angeles with the latest.
It went across her chest.
Today, a New Mexico district attorney announcing she will file 2 involuntary manslaughter charges against Alec Baldwin and Russ armorer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed.
Mr. Baldwin had a duty at the base level to never hold a gun and point it at a person while pulling the trigger. But he also had a duty as an actor and a producer on that set to have the bullets checked or to check them himself to make sure that they weren't live.
The special prosecutor tells Fox News that safety on the 2021 New Mexico set was loose and reckless with accidental gun discharges, and that Baldwin did pull the trigger on the gun he fired, a claim he denies. Baldwin faces up to 6.5 years in prison if convicted on the stronger involuntary manslaughter charge that carries an enhanced sentence. His attorney responding, quote, "This decision distorts Helena Hutchins' tragic death and represents a terrible miscarriage of justice. Mr. Baldwin had no reason to believe there was a live bullet in the gun or anywhere on the movie set. He relied on the professionals with whom he worked, who assured him the gun did not have live rounds." Gutierrez Reed, who faces the same prison time, was reportedly inexperienced and overwhelmed. Her attorney telling Fox, "Hannah is and always has been very emotional and sad about this tragic accident, but she did not commit involuntary manslaughter." Helena Hutchins' family is thanking New Mexico authorities, writing, "Our independent investigation also supports that charges are warranted. It is a comfort to the family that in New Mexico, no one is above the law." In Los Angeles, Matt Finn, Fox News.
And still to come here on the second half of our show, hockey fans are hoping for colder weather as they prepare for annual pond hockey games. We'll have an interview with one of the organizers. And a little girl from Lemoyne now has the permit needed to adopt a pet unicorn. That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Stay tuned to get 2 rolls of Alien Tape free. You heard that right. Free. Alien Tape presents You Wouldn't, But You Could. You wouldn't stick your mother-in-law on the wall, but you could with Alien Tape. It just sticks. Just peel and stick to make anything stay in place quick. Wood, metal, concrete, mirror, and glass. It's the permanent solution for hanging pictures on the wall fast. Brick, pavers, marble, tile, plastic, even leather. Nothing works better than Alien Tape. You wouldn't stick your fishbowl on a moving car, but you could with Alien Tape. You wouldn't stick all your living room furniture on the ceiling, but you could with Alien Tape. Look at that. The secret is nano-stick technology that grabs and locks on to secure one side of the surface to the other. Alien Tape holds up to 17.5 pounds. Alien Tape is your hang and hold friend around the house. At your home office desk, Alien Tape works best. Here you can't use nails or screws, but you can use Alien Tape. It sticks and stays and then lifts away without damage. Alien Tape is built to hang and hold this rack loaded with spice, then twist, pull, and rinse to reuse. It securely locks down things that move around. Even rugs firmly stick to the ground. Alien Tape is tough enough to survive outdoors. Securely hang yard tools, grill equipment, and outdoor decorations that change with the seasons. Just peel and stick to hang anything quick. Call or go online to get your first roll of Alien Tape for the special TV discount price of just $19.99, plus shipping and processing. But to make this deal really stick, we'll give you 2 more rolls absolutely free. You get 3 rolls of Alien Tape for one low price. You're dying to try it. Here's your chance to buy it.
To order, call 1-800-336-3409. That's 1-800-336-3409, or go to tryalientape.com. So call 1-800-336-3409 or order online at tryalientape.com.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, today is Friday, January 20th, 2023. It's also National Cheese Lovers Day, a day to celebrate cheese in all its wonderful forms. Cheese has become a multi-billion-dollar industry. In fact, 1/3 of all the milk produced in the United States goes into cheese production. On this day in history, back in 1945, Franklin Delano Roosevelt became the first U.S. president to be sworn into office in January. It was the second of his 4 inaugurations. His first was held 4 years earlier in March. In 1981, the Iran hostage crisis ended with the release of 52 Americans who had been held hostage for 15 months. And going way back to 1892, the first official basketball game was played in Springfield, Massachusetts, by YMCA students of the game's inventor, James Naismith. Today's birthdays include actor Rainn Wilson, who is 56. He's best known for playing Dwight Schrute on television's The Office. Astronaut Buzz Aldrin is 92 years old. Singer Paul Stanley from the rock group Kiss is 70. Can you believe that? And President Trump's former spokesperson, Kellyanne Conway, is 55 years old. We also have a sad news to announce today, too. David Crosby, one of the members of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, and also the Byrds going way back, he passed away this week at the age of 81 years old. And he was one of very few people inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice in his lifetime. All right, now let's talk about the weather. If we could check out that camera again real quick from up in Greenville. The snow's still coming down there pretty lightly. You can see the Katahdin steamship back in the background there. Kind of a nice scene right there on the banks of Moosehead Lake. We're expected another big band of snow coming later on, so they can enjoy some more snow there. I think they'll love it, though. They're enjoying some nice snowmobiling and other outdoor activities. For more on what we can expect throughout the day, let's turn things over to Devin Biggs.
All righty, thank you very much. Happy Friday. Your first weather forecast sponsored by the Mordrew team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater area. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. We have winter storm warnings in effect until later this afternoon at about 5 o'clock or so. Same with the winter weather advisories further off towards the north. Accumulating snow expected that could reach up to 4 to 8 inches in a few spots, with the higher totals further off towards the south, where the warnings are at, and just a little bit less further off towards the north. Pull those off real quick. We also have a small craft advisory that'll linger until 7 a.m., kind of stating the obvious. Sarah's will be dealing with some wind as a result, not going to help us stir up the ocean yet again as the system continues to move through. Here's the general idea this morning. The first round of snow is already moving through, but more development right behind it, though. And with all this additional development, that's why we're thinking a lot more snowfall, with that range of 4 to 8 inches altogether, but 3 to 5 inches of that will fall today. Let's zoom things out right now. This is the general idea right now. What we're seeing, a little bit more action off toward the west, so it might take a bit to get this through before things start to calm down later on. Here's Futurecast for today. The snow will continue through the afternoon period. It's starting to calm down later tonight, and even starting to clear out as we head towards early Saturday morning. Still a few clouds can be ruled out in a few spots. Here's our hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. Notice it'll be breezy at times with winds up to 13, even 14 miles per hour, with the snow falling in temperatures in the upper 20s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. And there are a bunch of activities coming up either today and through the weekend if you're looking for something to do. As he said, it looks like tomorrow will be a nice day if you want to get out and about. Let's take a look at this week's community calendar. still to come here on Good Morning Maine. Tyler Cruz will have all the day's sports news. We'll also have a special interview with some pond hockey organizers and more. Don't go away.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job, sell your business, or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
Wow. Like the kids, the bills are getting bigger every month.
I know. From childcare to heat to electric. I don't know how we're going to do it. We need to cut. Let's pay this one next month.
Not sure we can. We already cut everything. And now electricity prices are going up because natural gas prices are up.
What are we going to do? We need help.
I heard that the PUC's website has information about financial assistance and conservation programs.
We've never asked for help before.
I know.
But this year things are different.
Max True Value Hardware in Unity is the best option year-round for all of your home improvement projects. Backed by one of the leading paint manufacturers in the United States, Max will color match or custom mix any color for you. We care about your pets too, carrying all of the essential pet products in our store. During those cold winters, we take the extra step to help with wood pellets ready to load on site. We also fill all size propane cylinders year-round. Max True Value Hardware. We take pride in serving our community. Let us know how we can help you today.
Local news weeknights at 6 with Beth Jones and Peter Dubois on ABC 7. Find half-off deals today and save money by going to foxbangor.com.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. Let's start on the hardwood. Over at Husson, South Portland native Scott Lewis has just been named the NAC Player of the Week after missing a year due to an injury after a car accident left him needing major back surgery. Here is his comeback story.
Every game, I'm blessed to play every game, and I come with the mindset, I'm just happy to be here.
It's an amazing story. I mean, in the history of Husson that I've been here, I can't think of a more pleasing story.
Just 1 year ago, Husson Jr. and South Portland native Scott Lewis had no idea if he'd ever play basketball again. Now, he's the North Atlantic Conference's Player of the Week.
There was for sure a lot of doubt in my mind, but especially now, I look at myself, I overcame this big accident, and I can do anything.
After a very successful 2020 season, Lewis was in a car accident, breaking his sternum as well as 3 vertebrae and putting him on a long road to recovery.
I had to get 6 vertebrae fused together. The first 3 months, I was in a back brace, and I couldn't go anywhere unless someone took me. Couldn't drive, and it was an awful amount of pain.
It was a journey. I mean, it was an emotional, stretch there when the accident happened, and we were learning about the details. The first thing is we just wanted Scott to be okay.
I just told myself every day, get one step closer and keep my goal in mind, come play basketball again.
And he would do just that. Lewis spent the fall semester in South Portland, and then just 7 months after the accident, he would start shooting again. And then he was playing again, with days off in between, less than a year after.
The rehab was a lot physical, but at the same time, it was a lot mentally, because it was just every day, it was just pain and just doubt that I'm not going to be able to come back and play the level that I was playing at. But I think I've done that so far this year.
But to his credit, he worked really hard. He did what he needed to do and put himself in a position to be where he is. And like I said, we're really proud of him and fortunate to have him back.
I think there's no doubt in my mind now that I can win more Player of the Weeks, and we can win the championship this year.
Certainly a great story there. Wishing Scott and the Eagles luck the rest of the way. All right, let's shift now to UMaine, where Black Bear Field Hockey will be adding yet another local star to their roster this coming season. Nokomis Field Hockey standout Brianna Townsend signed her national letter of intent to play for Maine in the fall. After verbally committing in April, she officially put pen to paper Thursday at a ceremony attended by friends, family, and coaches. Townsend says she knew Maine was for her from the moment she visited the school, and the players' enthusiasm made her choice even more certain.
I visited a lot of colleges, and as soon as I went to Maine, the atmosphere, welcoming team atmosphere from the team, the coaches, it just really felt like home there. Seeing the intensity of their practice and all the players excited to be there made me excited.
Townsend follows in her current head coach Shaughnessy Saucier's footsteps in playing for the Black Bears. Saucier, the former Bryant University head coach, says that her constant drive, Brianna's constant drive, makes her the perfect fit for a D1 squad like Maine.
Brianna just has a no-quit attitude. Anything that she does at the highest level. You need to bring as much energy as you can, and she does that every day.
All right, wishing Brianna luck at Maine. Let's stay with some high school sports now, and we will head to a different type of hockey. Right now, we head to the ice up in Orono. Brewer and Old Town Orono going at it at the Alfond. Black Bears, they're going to start on the move here in the first period. They have a great chance here, but it's Calvin Grass in net, making the stop for the Witches. Well, a couple stops there. Brewer now, great open ice move here from Grady Vanetestein, but it's going to be Brock Parks making the save in between the poles for the Black Bears. Now the Black Bears, here they come again. Dylan Davis, look at the silky mittens there, all the oohs and ahs, but no goal. Eventually, they would break it open, though. Alex McCannell rips one into the net. That's going to beat Grass. That makes it 1-0. And then in the second period, Brewer is going to do it too. Cameron Dostie goes top shelf, bar down. That ties it up. But OTO would come back. They win this one 6-3. All right, let's go to Corinth now. Central girls hosting Mattanock-Cook. And the main attraction here is Central junior Izzy Allen going for 1,000 career points. In the third quarter we go, and she would do it on this three-pointer right there. Congratulations to Izzy. We're going to stay with the game right now, still in the third quarter. It's the Lynx trying to spoil the party. Lauren House goes baseline and scoops it in off the glass. Mattanock-Cook down 10 in the fourth. Into the fourth, Allen gets it from her sister Mary. A little shake and bake, step back, nothing but net on the three. And then later, Mary would get her shine too. With under a minute to go, she's going to drive to the hole, lay this one up and in. Red Devils win it 62-47. Izzy at 34 points, and here she is on her 1,000-point mark.
My brother and my sister both hit 1,000 on three-pointers, so that was my plan, try to get a three-pointer on 1,000. I'm pumped. I'm really grateful for all my teammates, my coaches, my trainers. I wouldn't be where I am without them today, and I'm so excited, so happy.
All right, let's go up the road now. Central boys are in action. They are in Dover Foxcroft taking on Foxcroft Academy, Ponies and Red Devils. We'll start in the first quarter. Central moving it around. Hayden Strout is going to find Benjamin Speed. He's going to nail the three ball right there. Great shot from the senior. And then it's Foxcroft. Caden Crocker running the break. He finds Jaden Richard. They connect for two. And then it's Fernando Oliveira. Strong take to the hole, and he gets this one to go for two off the glass. Nice move from the big man. And then it's going to be Richard, turning defense into offense. Gets the steal, lays it in at the other end. The Ponies improve to 8-3. They win it 67-29. All right, let's take a look at some other scores from around the area. PVHS hands Dexter their first loss. How about the Howlers? 42-31 in Class C North. In Class A boys basketball, Brewer over Nokomis in overtime, 65-61. In Class A girls, it's Nokomis over Brewer, 61-35. And then Maine losing to Vermont, 66-45. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
Jamar Construction Products in Bangor continues to grow to meet our customers' needs, supplying products for site work contractors, concrete contractors, and survey and safety supplies. We are proud to be the local dealer for Hilti, Valley Blades, U.S. Fabrics, and Euclid Chemical, plus so much more. Stop by and see us at 1270 Hammond Street or give us a call at 907-4491. If you dig it, pour it, plow it, fasten it, lay it, or lift it, Jamar Construction Products can help you.
We can go into a room and have absolutely nothing in there, nothing on the windows, no color, no character, no tone to a room.
That's, I think, where we're strongest, is being able to help someone envision what's going to go in that window.
And we leave, it's totally transformed into something that the customer wants it to be. We've often been told we make a room look better just by leaving it.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Patrick Garrett. He is the Maine Pond Hockey Classic Tournament Director. Pat, thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Do you want to talk about the tournament that's coming up?
Yeah, so the Maine Pond Hockey Classic is a tournament we hold annually as a fundraiser for the Alphon Youth and Community Center in Waterville, Boys and Girls Club and YMCA there. And, we have 10 rinks that we'll set up on Messalonski Lake or Snow Pond. Teams come from all over. We've had teams come from, players come from Hawaii last year.
Cool.
We had a team come from Scotland once. We have up the East Coast, New Jersey, Pennsylvania.
Do they register on their own, so it can be kind of anybody?
Normally there's a team captain that registers, and they would invite players.
Cool.
That, generally it's like people that have played growing up together or
Yep.
family that get together for the event. So
Gotcha.
it's really cool. It's a nice congregation point.
Yeah.
I do a golf weekend with some buddies every summer, and it's like the winter version of a golf weekend, I think, for a lot of these guys.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is a pond hockey tournament.
Yeah.
So how is this different than other hockey tournaments?
So first of all, we're outside, so you're at the mercy of whatever the weather element is. We play on a smaller rink. It's 70 by 140, so it's about 70% the size of a regulation hockey rink. We use box goals, so there's no goalies. We play 4-on-4. So
cool.
It's just it literally is like backyard pond hockey growing up, except for instead of shooting between two boots or a stick or something like that, we got some little pond hockey goals.
Right.
That look easy to score on. There's no goalie. They're like, I can score on that. But that 1 foot, it's like a 1 foot by 6 inch opening on both sides. It's harder to hit than people think.
Yeah, I believe it. I'd say in a lot of cases it's better not to have a goalie anyways. That's a hard job.
Yeah.
But so what are the challenges you're coming up against? I know everybody's heard ice fishing derbies are being canceled across the state. What challenges are you facing because of this funky weather we're having?
Yeah, so every year we seem to face some kind of weather challenge, right? I've never had a tournament in 10 years where we've had just perfect ideal weather. Sometimes it's a 2-foot snowstorm, and sometimes it's rain. And this year it's just been so mild that there's not a really good base sheet of ice right now. So normally, like right now, we'd like to be out there doing some prep. But I can't put a plow truck on the rink. I can't. It's hard to do the stuff that we'd like to be doing right now. And so again, it's just like during the games, you're at the mercy of whatever the weather is. We're kind of at the mercy of the weather. So it's kind of you have to accept what we can prepare for and what we can't. And we try to take control of the things that we can. So right now we're actually scouting backup locations just in case, and even then, those backup locations might not even be suitable. If we keep getting, springtime weather in the middle of January, then it's going to be really hard to hold the event.
Absolutely.
But
we've been seeing one day like that every week at least.
Yeah. It's definitely abnormal. If you don't believe in global warming, you might want to change your stance.
Right, I know, and it's affecting pond hockey, which is a bummer. But hey, let's say all goes well. What can people expect?
So you can expect, right now we have 71 teams registered in multiple divisions. It'll be 3 days worth of pond hockey on 10 rinks.
Cool.
We'll have a community skating area for people to come out and check out the event and skate as well.
Cool.
We have Belfast Curling Club is lined up to come do a curling demo on Sunday afternoon. We'll do a youth skating event on Sunday afternoon as well to bring, again, community out. We're very community minded.
Yep.
We have a beer garden. We have a couple food trucks lined up. Again, it's a fun, festive atmosphere. If you like hockey, you like being outdoors. We have people that are ice fishing on the lake annually that just come over and check it out because it's like, what is going on over here?
Right.
So I think again, that's what you can expect, and I think we hope that we can get there.
Yeah, really brings the community together.
Yeah, and speaking and we have plenty of volunteer opportunities too. So
gotcha.
And knowing that we might have less ice than we normally would have. Like we might have to do more manual labor to move equipment around versus relying on machines. So sign up to volunteer.
Where can people do that?
Right on the website, which is www.mainpondhockey.org.
Okay.
And there's a volunteer link. And
Excellent. And we'll have that posted within this video so people can access that.
Awesome.
Otherwise, how do tickets work?
There's no tickets, so if you're spectating, you just come down. There's a checkpoint. We do, because we have alcohol, we have to have access control, make sure people aren't bringing in their own alcohol and stuff like that.
Awesome. So yeah, you can learn everything on, what was the website again?
www.mainpondhockey.org.
Awesome.
I could probably drop the www at this point.
No, sounds good. Well, Pat, thanks for joining us this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Of course, we'll throw it over to weather.
And thank you very much. Your full weather forecast sponsored by the Mordrud team of Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. They work throughout the state of Maine, serving both buyers and sellers with a focus on the greater area. Alrighty, here we go. Winter storm warnings are up in the pink, lasting until about 5 o'clock or so. We'll pull this map further off towards the west, and that's going to be the general idea too. Some areas up until about 7 o'clock or so, but most of us will be up until about 5 o'clock tonight with most of our winter storm warnings and the winter weather advisories as well, with accumulating snow being a big issue here. While further down toward the south, you see there's another advisory up. That right there is a small craft advisory until about 7 a.m. as we head towards your Saturday. So plenty of things we're watching with the snow and, of course, the wind. We're watching snow moving through right now. It looks like a dry slot trying to sneak in from earlier this morning. We're not done with it. Look at all the snow further off towards the south and west with all the radar in motion now. So we've had snow already falling and accumulating this morning, but it looks like another wave is starting to build in now from the southwest going to the north and east. That'll give us more snowfall as the day progresses on, which is why we're thinking about 4 to 8 inches before we're all finished up. Let's throw everything together here, and you can see the development a little bit more clearly as all this is tracking from the west going toward the east and a little bit off towards the north as well. With some of that snow, a little bit more development just off toward the west with another boundary here. And that could lead to more snow moving in. Again, that's the general idea on why we're thinking 4 to 8 inches now with the snowfall. So traffic may be a little bit messy from time to time as things do continue to move through. Here's Futurecast for today. The snow will continue pretty much all day long till the afternoon or evening time frame. By 7 o'clock, things are starting to taper off, and the clouds start to break up as well as we head towards Saturday morning. Maybe a few passing clouds still. But overall, keep the sunglasses handy. You'll need them with a lot of sunshine, just a few passing clouds, maybe some clouds and perhaps a little bit of fog in a few spots as we head towards Saturday night and even into parts of Sunday morning. So otherwise, here's a general idea with the snow. This is additional snowfall on top of what's already fallen, an additional 3 to 4 inches before we're all finished up for the rest of the day with the snowfall. Wave heights are up as well at around 5 to 7 feet according to some of the buoys. Hence why we do have a small craft advisory in effect at this time. Your forecast for today, upper 20s snow likely. An additional 3 to 5 inches cannot be ruled out overall. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, later on tonight, 13 degrees, snow showers early, then becoming partly cloudy late. North wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Alrighty, for tomorrow, upper 20s, mostly sunny. The north wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour in a few areas. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by the Mordrud team. Alrighty, so it'll be mostly sunny on Saturday. Again, highs in the upper 20s with more clouds moving in by Sunday. Highs in the lower 30s. Notice it cools off Saturday night as well. Mid-30s by Monday with rain and snow showers on the way. And partly cloudy Tuesday. Highs in the mid-30s.
Special report.
Spectrum just launched Spectrum One, where Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and unlimited mobile come together to keep you seamlessly connected wherever you are!
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile with no contract. Call 1-833-743-4999.
The Coopers here just got Spectrum One. Why did you switch?
Because Spectrum Internet delivers the fastest download speeds in the nation.
And the fastest Wi-Fi speeds.
Look, I can stream Spectrum News across all our devices.
And the advanced Wi-Fi has enhanced security and privacy features that automatically block online threats, keeping our family and devices safe and secure.
How reliable is Spectrum Mobile?
It's a super reliable service coast to coast.
And it includes nationwide 5G.
Switch to Spectrum One and get 300 megabit internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi and 1 free line of unlimited mobile with talk, text, and data. Call 1-833-743-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn and redeem points.
They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And help their money live longer. Get started for free today.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Engstrom's Auto Service, Howard Insurance, Johnson Foundations, Mallet Real Estate, McCusick Petroleum Company, and Prouty Auto Body.
Do you want to know the sex of the baby?
Yes.
No.
The Good Doctor makes a stunning return.
We'll use an emergency surgery.
You can't come in.
I need to fix it.
I will come back and get you, I promise.
The Good Doctor returns Monday on ABC.
We have an important follow-up now on a Lemoyne girl who made history with a first-ever permit application for a unicorn. 5-year-old Brielle Hamer had her big moment in front of the Lemoyne Town Select Board last night.
You have a house that you're going to build, a rainbow house, and I see we also
we have a barn that used to have horses in it before we moved in.
Okay.
So we just have to paint it rainbow and clean all the stuff out of it.
Okay.
Well, you can see Brielle right there in the front row. She was certainly anxious for the discussion. The Town Select Board was prepared as well. There was a stand-up rainbow on the round table to help set the scene. Now, to remind you, Brielle made history, so to speak, when she wrote to the town and filed a first-ever permit application to keep a pet unicorn. The Select Board members commended Brielle for asking permission first before getting her unicorn. They also had some other questions as well.
So what do you hope to do with your unicorn?
Take it for walks, ride on rainbows with it.
Sounds cool to me.
See what a torn can do.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah.
I can't wait to have a ride on it.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All right. All those in favor? You got it. You're all right. Good to go.
Well, it's clear the Select Board enjoyed the proceeding as well, with one of them gifting Brielle a handmade unicorn as well. They snapped a celebratory picture after the highly anticipated vote. Good for her. We hope you have a great day, everyone. Drive safe out.
Some law enforcement agencies around the state are struggling to fill their ranks, but one department may have found part of the solution.
Our pay levels are not what other departments pay. The lifestyle of Piscataquis County is different. It's good if you like the outdoors, if you like a quieter pace of life.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 6, Craig Colson takes a closer look at what one sheriff's department is doing to be fully staffed.
Friday nights are about to get wild for basketball fans. Friday Night Fast Break is your source for everything that is Maine high school basketball, highlights, and local analysis. It's the only show that hits every corner of Maine's hardwood hoop landscape, high school, college, and professional. Join us Friday night during basketball season for Friday Night Fast Break on ABC7 News at 11. Brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer with 29 locations, owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
How do you even begin to celebrate 200 years